Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have a 800 elo match, ranked 1v1 on Arabia. And in the blue here we have AnArchie Channel playing as the Turks. He is from Australia. And in the red we have Maximo PFK playing as the Goths, and he is from Mexico. So I'm going to link Archie's YouTube channel in the description of this video, and if you guys enjoy the video, maybe go give him some love. Check out some of his videos. Archie recently just got into playing Age of Empires. I think it's only been a couple months now, and he's already climbing his way up the elo ladder. And I've been impressed by some of the videos and the quality that he puts out. So definitely give him a look at, and if you like it, subscribe. And thank you, Archie, for sending the replay in for me to cast. So, because this is 800 elo, there's going to be some things that I'm going to point out, and tips and things for people that are 800 or below that can possibly, improve on. So hopefully it's taken in a constructive sense, and there's no hurt feelings or anything when I point things out, because people are still learning the game. So with Goths, what do Goths do well at? Well, Goths, they can produce super cheap infantry. From the militia line, they can also produce cheap pikes and halbs. But if they want to go into their unique unit, which is the Huskarl, they have to get a castle and then research, I think it's AnArchie. That way they can produce their Huskarls at the barracks. And that all takes time, and it's not cheap either. So the main thing is you don't want to let Goths go late. When the Goths go late, they can build an unstoppable army that's really hard to counter. So, anytime I go up against Goths, I want to make sure I'm putting a lot of pressure on them to begin with. That's not going to happen in this game. Instead, the red player, the Goth player, is going to bring the pressure to Archie. So he runs his men-at-arms, which he gets for cheap, into the town center. Loses one immediately, and one has got 9 hit points. So, good reaction for blue. Now, I will point something else out. Blue keeps ringing the town bell, okay? That's not necessary. You do not need to ring the town bell to garrison your villagers. Select the villagers that you want, and then hit whatever hotkey is your garrison button. For me, it's T. And it'll stick all the villagers in the town center without having to ring the town bell. And you're going to say, well, why would you want to do that when you can just hit the town bell? Well, honestly, it probably takes about just as long whenever you practice doing the selection and then hotkey. But also, it only brings the villagers around the town center into the town center. The rest of the villagers won't stop working. And you're only being attacked in one certain area, so there's no reason to send all the villagers into the town center or make them walk all the way across the map. So just something to think about. So blue doing the right thing and getting archers out. Now the Goth player wants you to go archers because he wants you to no town bell, please. Does get those 2 men-at-arms, so that's good. But he wants you to go into archers because if you go into full-blown archers, he can just swap into Huskarls, and now you're screwed, okay? Because Huskarls have insane pierce armor. Okay, so just select a few and put them in there. It's okay, it's fine. It's fine. He's learning, and that's all that matters. And that's the important thing. And we love getting new people in here. So red coming forward here and towering the gold, I like that as well. Whenever you're making men-at-arms, the counter is obviously archers. So if you can force your opponent off of gold whenever you are going for men-at-arms, well, then your men-at-arms are going to be fine. So now Archie has to come all the way over here to the right flank to collect gold safely. So well-placed tower by red. I think red should have followed it up and tried to find where the other golds are. That way he could get them off of that as well. Let's see. He actually sees that gold over here. So he should have, maybe he should have just, you could do something as just simple as palisade wall that. And now the scout cavalry coming out here. Blue is almost inside of, no, red's almost in castle. Red's in castle. Probably should help if I turn this on. There we go. And blue is almost in castle. Now, as soon as blue hits castle, the Turks get free light cav upgrades. So you get light cav in castle, and you get hussar and imp. And light cav, even though they only have 60 hit points right now, they do pretty well against men-at-arms. Especially whenever you're fighting under TC fire. But red does have a forward stable here and is getting knights out now. Now, knights is an interesting move from a Goth player. But it is, I mean, it's one of the strongest Castle Age units, so it makes sense to get one out, get some out immediately. Let's go check back home. Alright. Got some idle villagers he needs to task back to work. Let's see. He's using his resources pretty well. I'm happy with that. He needs to drop a castle if he wants to, because he has more than enough stone now. Oh, and he's even taking stone forward. Okay. So maybe we'll see a castle here soon. I only watched a very little bit of this at the beginning, just to see how it went. And there we go, there's a castle. Okay, good deal. Will blue react? He does. But that's why red has these knights, trying to get this castle up. And yeah, this castle's going up. Oof. Oh no, 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 no. Blue. Oh, get your villagers away. Best thing you can do is come over to a safe wood line and just rebuild, not rebuild, just build another TC. You're in Castle Age now. But be careful. So what you need to do is delete the farms that are within range of the castle. That way you don't lose your villagers. And the Huskarls are coming out now. I think the Huskarls are a good choice for red because say that blue does ring the town bell. Hey, he didn't ring the town bell. I'm so proud. So proud. But he can fight with these Huskarls underneath the town center fire. And look, I mean... Oh, he just rung it again. Never mind. But baby steps. But see, look how long it's taking to kill this Huskarl. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And red even adding in a monastery and getting some monks out. Because blue's been building mostly knights. And so that's one of the best counters you can have against knights is monks or camels. Pikes, yeah. They don't have mobility though, and you know, the monks have a lot of range. So I like that choice from red. Score's pretty even though. And let's check out the villager count. Villager count, wow. Archie has 6 more villagers than red, despite the fact that he lost quite a few. The KD's actually almost exactly the same, 20 to 21. Does not get a conversion. I kind of wish, from red's perspective, I wish he would come around this flank here. Oh, he did build on the town center. Okay, good. But you've already done a lot right here in the middle. Come around to the sides. Because you know if you're pushing someone really hard in the middle, there's a good chance they're just going to go to one of the sides. That's where scouting comes in. Need to get more scouting. See what's going on. Monks still being created. Wonder who's going to be the first imp. Right, getting a lot of monk upgrades too. And even petards. And now a siege workshop. Oh. Interesting. Made 3 petards, but it takes 4 to take out a stable. So that seems a little bit... Oh my goodness, no, the villagers. No, you've got to get the village. Oh, poor villagers. He is cleaning up the siege here, though. I like that. Interesting choice to go for cav archers when you're up against a Goth player. Now, Turkish cav archers are some of the tankiest cav archers in the game, but still, versus a Civ that's known for pierce armor, it's an interesting choice, especially in Rams too. Need more knights. And that knight's hanging on by a thread there. And now blue responds with his own castle. Jeez, so red is really prioritizing military only. He's killed quite a few villagers from blue, and he's still way behind. 14 villagers behind. I think that's going to hurt him a lot as we watch further on. And that doesn't even have a mining camp over here. Yeah, he has 100 wood now, so get a mining camp, bro. That's just Really inefficient. And going for another castle. Jeez. I mean, we'll see how Blue's economy's doing. Blue's almost got enough to go up to Imp. So, interesting choice by Red. Needs to get these villagers away from this area. Bring them back someplace safe. No upgrades on the cap archers, not even fletching. Oh no, the monks! The monks, and they're getting shot by the castle fire! Oh! That was a waste. Poor guys. Now Blue coming over here to get more stone, and now he's pressuring this town center as well. Oh man, he's gonna lose that knight, isn't he? Oh, he's gonna lose these vills! Oh. Jeez. Getting Janissaries out. Okay, that's a good choice. I like Janissaries. So Janissaries, once you get a nice little ball of them, they'll do well against the knights. If you can get a little ball of them, I should say. And they'll do great against the Huskarls as well. Oh my goodness, what is this? Desperate times call for desperate measures. They do have bloodlines, but no attack or armor upgrades. And Blue's doing what he's got to do to try and get these knights down. Oh man, the humanity. I'm honestly surprised that the KD is not worse than it is. It's 50 to 42 in Red's favor, but kind of expected it to be worse. Oh shoot, he's investing a lot in light cav and Janissaries. I'm thinking it might be time to go up. Good job rebooming over here. That's what a lot of players don't do, is they'll lose villagers, they'll lose their economy, and then they won't go build it somewhere else. If you're going to keep on fighting, you got to build it somewhere else. So good job on that. Something else to think about is this. You don't even need Trebs in Imp as Turks. You get chemistry for free. So if you build 2 or 3 siege workshop and get to Imp before your opponent does, all you got to do is just have enough gold and wood for bombard cannons. Build 2 or 3 of those bad boys as soon as you hit Imp, and you're taking out everything. You're going to be trebbing down, well, not trebbing down, you're going to be bombarding down your opponent's castles as long as you can keep them alive. And Red decides he's going to work on his economy now. Adding in a second TC, but it's 2 tiles away from the stone and not near a wood line. I'm not really sure what's up with that. I think this would be a better spot here in between this wood and gold here. And I guess he doesn't believe in refreshing his lumber camps that often either. Oh man, that is a 3 tile gap between that. It's okay. That one's better. 1 tile gap there. I mean, I can sit there and poke it at any player. I can poke at 1,500 players too. Even though myself, I'm like 1,100, 1,200 on a good day, but 1,100 is really what I am. And I can sit there and poke at myself too, so everything is said with you know, a tongue-in-cheek, just saying. And I like this move though here. Building a little house wall, preventing night raids. There is a gap here though, 1 tile gap. This is why having small trees and the grid mod or grid option on is so huge. And we can actually go to Imp. We can go to Imp. Let's go to Imp. Yes. Oh, but Red's already on the way, 38% of the way to Imp. So actually, double castles versus 1 castle. Blue, please build some siege workshops. Build some siege workshops. Build some siege workshops, and you could totally have the advantage on taking down his castles. Villager count 42 to 47. So between losing some villagers and Red adding a second town center in, they're getting pretty close as far as eco goes. Yeah. A lot of idle villagers though for Red. And Red's an Imp. What will Red do? What is he going to start making? Immediately starts making Trebs. Good job. So many players prioritize getting to Imp first, and then they don't do anything once they're in Imp. And good job on Blue. He got it Treb out as well. The problem is, Red's got 2 castles. Yeah, he actually had that trapped in there. I think I would have deleted the monastery over to Siege Workshop. Building a third castle now. Blue coming forward with his newly acquired hussars, and is going to try and snipe some of this stuff. Ooh, gets a Mangonel. 3 monks. And a Treb. And a second Treb. Wow. Wow, that was a huge loss for red there. And he loses a castle. Blue only lost 1 hussar and 1 castle. Jeez. Definitely went really well for blue. I still want to see some siege workshops though. Get some bombard cannons out maybe. Red has enough to drop 1, almost 2 more castles. Does he have any upgrades? No upgrades. I guess he doesn't believe in upgrades. Does blue have any upgrades? He has some armor upgrades, okay. Now, Gunpowder does not get affected by archer attack, but they do get affected by archer armor. So that's something you want to get at some point when you can afford it. Oh man, that lumber camp is not good. Maybe come over here out of the way and just try and discreetly collect some wood. And red building a town center over here as well. And a archery range. Ooh, he was running in there with a cavalier. There's no upgrades on him. I think he probably should have just committed and tried to get that Treb down. Oh, we got a Treb v Treb. No, we got a Treb v stable. No, don't shoot the stable. Shoot the Treb. These hussars are doing the Lord's work for Archie, though. And another castle. Oh my goodness. Red is really committing to these castles. It's not even that necessary for the castles. Just get AnArchie. I think that's what it's called. Let me double check. Yeah, AnArchie. And create Huskarls at the barracks. If that's what you want to go. But honestly, he needs to be thinking about a counter for these Janissaries as well. But actually, you know what? Come to think of it, blue doesn't have a castle. So the only gunpowder that blue can create is if he gets a siege workshop to make bombards, which he doesn't have a siege workshop, and hand cannons from the archery range, which is about to be castled. So if he wants to create more hand cannons, he's going to need some archery ranges that are further away, and takes on a second castle. Man, this one Treb is doing some work over here. That's 2 castles down with 1 Treb. Oh my goodness. Villager count's 50 to 52, really close. That's really low numbers though for being an imp. Both players should have at least double the villagers. Ideally, if you're playing a ranked game with 200 vills, 200 pop, you want to have at least 100 to 120 villagers. And is this castle going to go down? He's not even repairing it. And he's making petards. Red, what are you doing? Now he's repairing it. Oh man, what a loss. What a loss. And blue just builds another market. Not a big deal. This Treb is single-handedly taking down 3 castles and is working on a 4th. What is red doing? Oh my goodness, red, you have 1,300 gold, 1,500 stone. You need to get some villagers off of gold and stone and get some farms and some wood, buddy. This is the classic mismanagement of resources right here. Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, add some farms in, buddy. Look at these farms. This is what you want. Let's see. He's got 14 on wood, 12 on food. Let's go to Archie's perspective. Archie's got 28 on wood and 23 on food. He's got a ton of resources in the bank. He is housed. Does need to get some more houses up. But as far as resources go, Archie's in a much better position. And this Treb has taken out 4 castles on its own. Archie said, I think he said the title of his replay was something like "One Treb in a Dream." A dream of coming back and winning. And red scorpions against hussars? Maybe if you're Khmer and you have full upgrade, you could do that and get away with it. Still, I like to have a meat shield. And what a cheeky boy. Goes takes 1 shot on these hussars. Oh man. No attack upgrades on these hussars though. Still need some armor upgrades as well. No attack upgrade. Oh my goodness. I guess blacksmiths just don't really matter. Oh my goodness. This is huge. And that was great timing on taking out the blacksmith as well. All these scorpions are going down. Oh, there's the GG. And it was a good game. Good job, Blue. This one Treb right here, wow, did a lot. I think Red had Blue on his back foot for a while. Blue really boomed back into the game, and Red just mismanaged his economy. I mean, let's go to his resources right now. He actually has a little bit of food and wood in there now, but he really mismanaged it for too long and lost his forward momentum. And it's just some of the things that he did with these villagers just super inefficient. Like, you got to keep your villagers working. You got to keep refreshing lumber camps and stuff like that. But you know what? It's all part of the learning process. It's all part of having fun. You need to get your blacksmith upgrades for both players. But wow. Thanks for sending it in, Archie. And guys, we're going to catch you later.